We've packed the toothbrush, said goodbye to the kids, and we're off on a trip of a lifetime to Albania and Uzbekistan and lots of places that aren't in between. The distance from Sofia to Bucharest is less than 300 kilometres, but the Bulgarian railways turn it into a 10-hour travel epic. We arrived tired and weary, and I was so glad I had booked a rest in Bucharest on booking.com. See what I did there? Travel days really take it out of you, dragging your luggage along badly maintained footpaths, studying Google Maps on your phone, hoping to find where you are supposed to be before it's too late. This is the downside of a hectic travel schedule. Nevertheless, a new city to explore and fall in love with. Bucharest, watch out, here we come.
Bells that saved Bucharest from the Great Fire. Okay. So in 1847 we had a Great Fire which basically started here at this church.
This is the world's smallest banknote from about 100 years ago. Apparently you could buy a loaf of bread with this. A statue of a Turkish guy, but I'm just not sure if that date is a mistake or not. Patron saint of basketball. Apparently they've been restoring this for about 10 years. Top's done, bottom not so much. Filled cabbage leaves, some kind of chicken and polenta thing, and a chicken soupy thing. Bucharest is the capital of Romania. Romania has a population of 20 million, and almost 2 million of those live in Bucharest, making it to number 8 in the list of largest cities by population in the EU. Interestingly though, most of the buildings that appear to be the oldest largely date from the mid-1800s because of a devastating fire that broke out one Easter day in a church when a candle caught a curtain and apparently ripped through 80% of all buildings. Most of them in Bucharest at that time were wooden. I find the architecture fascinating. There is a very strong French influence apparently because at about that time it was fashionable to send your kids to Paris for their education, and they brought back French ideas and incorporated them into their architecture. This is all stuff that we learnt on a walking tour. I think these walks are great, lessons about a city and a country from the locals. Obviously, the communists ruled here for about 42 years, and that has left a mark on architecture and the Romanian psyche. But the central city is still a beautiful place to behold. Obviously, as travellers on a tight schedule, we didn't have anywhere near enough time to investigate the city fully, and there was so much more on offer. Romanian elevators.
Yep. Interesting.
Hey!
Hello, good morning. We are off to Bran Castle today. Ian is braving it in the Romanian traffic. It's a little bit scary. Ian's pretty chill. I'm a little bit scared, but hey, it'll be fun. So where is it, Ian? Where are we going?
Bran Castle, the alleged home of Dracula.
Yeah. So, yeah. See you soon.
Stingator. I truly love my gas station. Maybe we should send this to Bulgaria. The tale of Vlad the Impaler is of particular interest. This guy ruled Wallachia, which is one of the earlier names for Romania, for no more than 10 years, way back in the 15th century, but he is revered as a national hero. Apparently he rose up against the ruling Ottomans and impaled on a spike all his enemies. I'll try to keep this family friendly, so no pictures, and if the kids ask what impaled means, just say tickled with a stick. So Vlad wouldn't be so well known outside of Romania if it weren't for this guy Bram Stoker. He wrote a book called Dracula, which was largely based on Vlad and turned him into a bloodthirsty monster. No wait, he was already a bloodthirsty monster, he just dramatised it and added bits and made up bits, and the old Vlad, Dracula, became a huge literary sensation. Then the Romanian tourist agency decided they needed to find a castle to fit the story, to draw tourists like us to spend money going there to see Dracula's castle. And they decided Bran Castle looked spooky enough, so the legend was complete. We decided on our very last day in the Balkans that we would hire a car and go and visit this castle. So Dracula probably perched up there, looking, scanning the horizon for his next victim. Big Brother is watching you. That's the king's bed. Doesn't look king size to me, probably more, I don't know, queen size really. Helen says it's just double. To be honest, the Bulgarian railway ticket office is a scarier place. Please see my earlier Sofia episode. But it was good to get out and see the Romanian countryside and get behind the wheel. Even though the cars drive on the opposite side of the road from my usual, the gear stick is on the opposite side and the interpretation of road rules is interesting, it's still a great way to spend our last full day in the Balkans. Every toolkit needs a cross. He needs to floss his teeth. There's already riding hood kind of variation. This guy's positioned in a way where it looks like he needs to go to the toilet. Dracula's castle. The castle itself is overrun with kids, as it seems to be some kind of send the kids on a holiday kind of holiday. There were literally hundreds of groups of school kids, all with their stressed out teachers trying to keep control of them. Dracula's castle. Traditional Romanian, some kind of a donutty thing, cream on top. Whoop, whoop. On the way back, we accidentally discovered a ski resort town called Sanaia. Absolutely beautiful, but again, thousands of kids everywhere you turn. Must be school holidays. The Carpety Shopping Centre. Whoop, whoop. That's cool. That's where the defibrillator is kept. Cool. And so the time has come to move on from the Balkans. Greece, Albania, Macedonia, Bulgaria and Romania have been mostly amazing. We have truly loved our time here. I will be honest, travel days have been hard, but once we are in tourist mode, we have absolutely loved our time here. We are flying whiz to Israel at some ungodly hour of the morning. Flying scoot and whiz. We shall scoot and whiz around the world. I basically chose our airlines based on their names, that and their pricing. They are both budget airlines, and as we all know, budget is my middle name.
No, it's not. It's Martin.
Please like and subscribe.